Looking to progress the ball. Watkins. Spence gathers from the goal kick. Foden gets a foot in here, and that could set him on his way.
Oh, really well played.
Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. Now it's Mbappe. And it's Ribéry. Dembele. And it's Koundé. Conte. And here's Ribéry. Ribéry. Madueke. Foden. Alexander-Arnold. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Dembele. Conte. And he welcomes it in. Oh, that's a key interception. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Now it's Ribéry. Driving on and making good progress. Thinks about the shot. There it... Mbappe! Oh, that's close, and that will be the last of it. It's half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. After 45 minutes.
Well, simply put, Peter, they haven't been good enough to trouble the opposition. They need to play with more courage in the second half and a lot more intent.
So at the halfway stage, we still have deadlock. The score 0-0. So straight into the second half. Both sides defensively robust up to now. Konate, and it's Conte. Passing is crisp and sharp. Alexander-Arnold producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Now there's a fine... It's Rashford! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
England with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And now a sudden chance to counter. Well, that is one way to stop him. Alexander-Arnold. Walker. And that's a dangerous ball. Ribéry. Well, that pass isn't the best. Shaw. Best part of it from either side. And this is Benzema. Now, there's the shot! It's a loose ball. A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
Well, talking about creating a problem for yourself, OK, credit to good pressing, but that was entirely avoidable.
Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Nice interception, well timed. Conte! England have the chance to go the other way. And here's the chance to counter.
The attendance for this match
so we've reached the hour mark. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Looking for options for move. Shoots! Conte. Well, no goals, but certainly no shortage of action.
Well, from an entertainment viewpoint, it's not the scoreline we would have wanted at this stage, although I'm not complaining about the commitment being shown. We've seen plenty of goalmouth action.
Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Foden, that's destined for the flank. Tries a shot! And he has his goal! How they've waited! Now they have it! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
We have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Oh, he's just loving that. Certainly gives you a very unique feeling. Tremendous.
That's been cut out, well played.
Foden.
Your impression so far, Jim?
There's a lot of football still to be played, Peter, so ideally they need to maintain an attacking endeavour.
Sure. You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench?
He might be in here! Conte. Chance for a shot! It's in! And the lead lost no time at all!
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
The goal scorer for France. After
Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, look at the manager here. He's absolutely fuming and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that the tail's most definitely up now.
Brilliantly cut out.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
That has ended up in no man's land. And that's been won straight back. Ribéry. Who saw this coming? Extraordinarily, they have been denied as late and as dramatically as can be. Alexander-Arnold. And it's Alexander-Arnold.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Dembele! It's Dembele! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
All hands on deck for this one. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. And now they can spring out of...
has been indicated.
It's a good foot in there. And he's intervened well there. Chilwell. Now Foden. Into stoppage time, very little left on it. Madueke. That ball looks a good one. Oh, good take in a good area. 90 minutes done then, but that is not the end of it. So still inseparable. What are you thinking, Jim?
Well, look, this has been a hard-fought encounter, Peter, so mistakes are far more likely over the next 30 minutes.
Well, no winner so far, but somebody has to be the winner. And extra time is next.
Substitution for England. Number 18. Watkins.
No winner in 90, 30 more to come.
Number 11.
England pay the price for failing to close out the match in normal time. Ribéry! Good save, keeper read that well.
Ribéry might just be regretting what was probably the toughest of his options.
He's got away, chance! And how did he not put that away?
Gordon fully appreciates that he could have won it then, and now he'll be all the keener not to lose it.
Can he get it through? And the finish! Oh, wow, that's crazy! Oh, that has got to be it! This has to be it! It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. That is a brilliant interception. And the shot! It's a goal! The crowd demanded, and he was thrilled to oblige. Pressure? What pressure? He feels none of it.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
England now in a position far more desirable.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
Aimed beyond the defence. Conte. Knocks it into space. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
England clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was all...
Goes for a shot! And that's a sharp finish. And with extra time approaching halfway, he scores critically. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get press from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
France cut their deficit and look raring to go again. So there's the whistle, and we will have a brief break. So the very last of the action is still to come. Two teams separated here by the smallest of margins. Fingernails well bitten everywhere. And so the last chance to find a winner. Well, this really has been an epic encounter, and there are some tired limbs out there. How much more can the players give? Spence. Kyle Walker. Conte. This is a promising build-up. And here's Doué. Doué unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Now, can they get him away? They want to be quick to recover this. He's picked his way through. Oh, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Silvestre. And that has left him in a heap. Now it's Foden. Played back. That's an imaginative pass. And the shot!
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer, and quickly.
And here's Welbeck. And it's Alexander-Arnold.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Played out wide, and this is Kante. And that will be it. England have done it. The perfect outcome in this most pressured of games. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
England can be really happy with this. I saw it as one of these defining games for them, and they showed real character to get the job done. A big stake.